Okay, hello everybody. Today we're playing Mount&Blade Warband, the Diplomacy Litdum mod, because I'm all about playing the most up-to-date games. But truth be told, this is one of my most favorite games, and I find myself coming back to it all the time, and just always seems that there's a new story that is told with each playthrough. So for this run-through, I'm gonna do kind of like my standard character. So without further ado, let's get... Okay, nothing there. Gonna be male. You were born years ago in a land far away. Your father was an impoverished noble. I liked being able to start out with the coat of arms and basically being able to get in with the royalty off the bat, more or less. You came into the world a son of declining nobility, owning only the house in which they lived. However, despite your family's hardships, they afforded you a good education and trained you from childhood for the rigors of aristocracy and life at court. You started to learn about the world almost as soon as you could walk and talk. You spent your early life as a craftsman's apprentice. As a boy growing out of childhood, you apprenticed with a local craftsman to learn a trade. After years of hard work and study under your new master, he promoted you to journeyman and employed you as a fully paid craftsman for as long as you wished to stay. Then as a young adult, life changed as it always does. You became a university student. Though the distinction felt sudden to you, somewhere along the way, you had become a man, and the whole world seemed to change around you. You found yourself a student in the university of one of the great cities, where you studied theology, philosophy, and medicine. But not all your lessons were learned in the lecture halls. You may or may not have joined in with your fellows as they roamed the alleys in search of wine, women, and a good fight. However, you certainly were able to observe how a broken jaw is set, or how an angry townsman can be persuaded to set down his club and accept cash compensation for the destruction of his shop. But soon everything changed, and you decided to strike out on your own as an adventurer. What made you take this decision was being forced out of your home. Only you know exactly what caused you to give up your old life and become an adventurer. However, you know you cannot go back. There's nothing to go back to. Whatever home you may have had is gone now, and you must face the fact that you're out in the wide, wide world, alone to sink or swim. Become an adventurer and ride to your destiny. Now we're going to create a banner. Well, I'm not going to make y'all sit through this, so I'll stop it here. And we're back. Kind of a simple design, but this was actually kind of akin to the medieval knight Gertz von Berlichingen. It was a Germanic knight back in the day, very much of a badass. There was no wagon wheel or actually closed fist that I could use, so loosely based on his coat of arms. Without further ado, let's go into this. And I'm going to quit without saving because I'm like that. My name is Copperhead. And to begin with, I like to balance out my stats, or at least get them up to 9. I can lack in agility, I'm totally fine with that. Iron Flesh is important. Excuse me. And usually I like to do my one-handed and crossbows, but I'm actually kind of thinking of going pole arms this time, specifically using lances. So the one-handed weapons I'm going to keep, but let's jack up that polearm skill. Bink. Okay. So there's a few companions I like to consistently get, so I'm going to try to pick up the slack where they don't excel in. Let's see. Prisoner management. Already, that's some easy money I can make right there. Tactics is important, but I can leave that to Resolute. So basically, I'm trying to find which attributes are only going to affect me and leave everything else up to my companions. Shield is useful. That won't be. Looting is also useful, however, there's another companion, Deshavi, I want to say is the looting specialist. Trainer, I'm going to put one in there, just so I can always be leveling up, because who knows when I'm actually going to find Resolute for actual training. Done. So, and there's usually a look I like to do with this, but we're just going to see what randomly I can do here. Yikes. Let's jack up the age a little bit. My hair. Now I'm digging that. Goku hair. Ugh. Oh, what the hell, it's going to be under a helmet anyway. So, now where to go? Praven? Okay, well, the Swadians usually will get steamrolled fairly early on in the game compared to everyone else. I think partially because they're right in the middle of the map, and so everyone can always go to war with them. And also, King Harlaus is very, very good at holding feasts when his cities are under siege. You know, I'm not going to analyze each one of these. There's only a few I like to go with. Praven, Jalkala, and Sargoth. So, I think because I'm going polearm heavy, going with the Rhodoks might be the way to go. You came by ship, skirting the cliffs where the Rhodok Highlands meet the sea. Much of the coastline was obscured by tendrils of fog that snaked down the river valleys, but occasionally you caught sight of a castle watchtower rising above the mists, and on one occasion a beacon of fire burning to warn of an enemy warband. You knew that you were relatively safe at sea, can't read right now, as you were too far south to risk encountering the sea raiders who troubled the coasts of Nordic lands, but it was still a relief to reach the Silver Estuary gateway to the port of Jalkala, and to see a Rhodok galley riding at anchor, its pennants fluttering in the evening breeze. You are exhausted by the time you find the inn in Jalkala and fall asleep quickly. However, you awake before dawn and are eager to explore your surroundings. You venture out into the streets, which are still deserted. All of a sudden, you hear a sound that stands the hairs of your neck on end. The rasp of a blade sliding from its scabbard. Continue. And it begins. Where is this boy? Aha! Let's get a leg shot on him, or not. Oh, can I not do that yet? In this mod, you can shield bash. Oh, that's pleasant. I gotta say, this is the most trouble I've had with one of these guys. Are you alright? Well, I guess you're alive at any rate. I'm not sure that we can say the same of the other fellow. That's one less thief to trouble our streets at night. Although heaven knows he won't be the last. Anyway, maybe you can help me with something. Let's talk more inside. Out here, we don't know who's listening. Merchant takes you to his house. Once inside, he stands by the door for a while, checking the street, and then finally convinced you have not been followed, he comes near to you to speak. I go near to him to speak. Now let me explain my proposition. We've always had brigands in the hills, driven to banditry by war, debt, or love of violence. Recently, however, they've been getting bolder, leaving their camps in the wild and venturing into town, looking for unwary prey. The watch commander tells us it's because of all the fighting on the frontiers. Fewer men to keep an eye on the streets. But I'm not sure what to make of that. It seems to me the most logical explanation is that these bandits have an ally inside the walls, who helps them enter unnoticed and helps them identify particularly tempting targets. Last week, you see, they took my brother. I don't know what my brother was thinking, a lad from a prominent house, out alone and after dark in times like these. Well, I suppose you were too, but you're a stranger here, and I didn't know how bad things have become. He had no such excuse, but he's family, so what can you do? If you don't protect your kin, then people will start thinking that you can't protect your investments either, and I can't have that. No doubt the gang will soon send word about a ransom, but I don't care to pay it. So here's my proposition. You look like you've had a bit of experience with a blade, and more importantly, must have a bit of fire in your belly, or you wouldn't be coming to Calradia to seek your fortune. So here's what I'm asking you to do. Gather a small party, track down these bandits to their lair, teach them a lesson they won't forget, get my brother back safe. In return, you'll earn my lasting gratitude and a bit of silver. What do you say? I am interested. You won't be able to do this by yourself, though. If you try and take on the whole gang single-handedly, the hunter will become the hunted, I'll warrant. You'll first want to round up a gang of volunteers. There's always a few lads in villages around here looking for a bit of work that's more interesting than tilling the soil or hauling water. They'll follow you if you pay. So take this purse of 100 dinars. Consider it an advance on your reward. Go around to the villages and use the money to hire some help. I'll reckon that you need at least 5 men to take on these bandits. Very good, sir. I'll go collect some men from around the villages. Good. You can find me again in the tavern here in Jelkala after you've got your group together. And we'll speak more about what to do next. Okie dokie. That's my first quest. Tab out. Alright. No bandits right off the bat, so that's always good. Blah, 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 blah. Gotta ruledy first. Oopsie daisy. One Rodok tribesman has volunteered to follow me. That's cool. So I think, let's see. So, got my first volunteer here. And then we got 5 looters. I think we can take them.
What's this then, eh?
It's your money or your life, mate. No sudden moves, or we'll run you through. I'm not afraid of you lot. Fight me if you dare. Take the field. This might be a mistake. I certainly hope not. I mean, it is 5 looters. Ah, right. Forgot I have to tell them what to do right off the bat in this mod. It has been a little while since I've played this. Oopsie. Oh yeah? That can be cheeky. Boy, I can't wait till I get my power score going. Uh-oh. Nice Oopsie daisy. Ah, God. With City. Oh, nice, man. Oh, it's criminy. Don't you touch my tribesmen. Go. Oh, God. Okay. That took a little longer than I think it ought to have. Alright, what did we get? Oh, we got fish. Good, a book I can read. Oh, hell yeah. 24. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. So now we look like a bandit. Some soldiers are ready to upgrade. How fun. Alright, off to Bovrin. Oh, cool. No one here seems to be willing to join the party. I kind of had a feeling this was going to happen. Oh, there it is. Ah, okay. Forgot to deal with the mod settings in regards to the tournament invitations. So I'm going to adjust that. And we're back. Just a few tweaks and made it a little more like native, but I think I'm going to try my luck at the tournament in Veluca. For those of you that don't know, the tournaments in this are so much fun. And if memory serves me correctly, I have to have more than just 5 other guys for some reason. If I just have 5 more, then that's not good enough for the merchant. It's gotta be 6 or more. Don't ask me why. Okay. I want to say... Yep, there's the fast travel. Recruit, and that's awesome! Okay, off to Jamish. Away we go. Recruit. This bodes well. Of course, the first time I start recording this game. Okay, there we go. I could have used that a little while ago, but, you know. Off we go. Enemies on the horizon. What do we have? 14 boys. I think we can take that. I'm going to be saving a lot just because I'm like that. Enemies on the horizon. What do we have here?
We can do this the easy way, or the hard way.
I can smell a fat purse a mile away. Methinks you can do with some lightning, eh? I'll give you nothing but cold steel, you scum. So I'm going... That's right. I have to charge the enemy. We got this. Pretty sure. Excuse me. Have them follow me. We're getting a little spread out. And now we're going to charge. through these guys. Oh. Ouchie. And there he is. And I leveled up. Good for me. That went well. I mean, it is just Mountain Bandits, so it's whatever. Wow, cool. So, let's see. And we'll even it out. Alright, what do we have? 23 and 9? Yeah, I'll use some more leg armor. Ooh, hardened nomad boots. Let's see, 169, resistance 2. Yeah, okay. So now I look like a proper bandit. Chip Nordic sword compared to my rusty sword. 24 and 19. Yeah. I think it's got a little more reach too. 95 to... No, I was very much wrong. I do like my blunt weapons. Oh, I think the Nordic shield is actually better. For you. Same resistance. Actually, looks like that's better. Okay, so we're just... I can use that on pole or on horseback, can't I? Well, let's get that whole thing started, yeah? Or both spears, okay. How much are these? Nope. Okay, I think... Oh, no, I think these are dirt cheap compared to what I have. Yeah. Alright. Ready to upgrade again. Cool. And let's level me up. Let's get my agility leveled out first. And I think I need persuasion, which I have a point in. Wound treatment. So that's for party healing, surgery. Could use some more inventory management. Okay, let's jack up that pole arm. Okay, so back to Jelkala we go. Oh, interesting. What do you want? Surrender or die! Charge the enemy. Oh, wow, look at this place. Bridge and everything. Alright, archers, let's have you stand here, spread out a bit, and have my infantry stand here. Let's back you up a little bit, guys. Charge. Infantry. That did not go to plan. Ow. I lost a spearman. Oh, he was still alive. How fun. Well, don't know if the loss was worth that, but Got some more looters I can sell. So that's cool. Right. Yeah, okay. Grab some more of these. And I'm not going to worry about the rest. Nah. It's pretty much going to be the same amount of money either way. Let's level these guys up. Leveling the guy up. Alright, let's go to the marketplace first. Yeah, cool. I do like to split up what I'm selling to the merchants because I do run out of money. I feel like when I split it up, it kind of helps preserve money that would otherwise be depleted. And yeah, let's get some sturdy leather gloves. Let's get that going. Let's see. Yeah, fine. There he is. Well, let's see if there's a ransom broker here. Doesn't look like it. Splendid work. You have hired enough men to take on the bandits. Now travelers entering Jacala have told us that there's a small group of robbers lurking outside of town. I suspect that they are all from the same band, the one that took my brother. Hunt them down and defeat them, and make them disclose the location of their lair. Very well, I shall hunt for the bandits. There they are. Band of robbers. What do you want? I've been looking for you. Tell me where you keep your prisoners and I'll let you go. Ha! Those prisoners are only going free if you pay their ransom. Did you bring any silver? No, but I brought steel. Charge the enemy. I should have... I should just say, lead your men, because then they'll follow me right off the bat. There they are. So... what the hell am I doing? Just about as expected. Aye, spare my life, let me go, and I'll go far away from here and learn an honest trade, and you'll never hear of me again. I'll spare your life, but in exchange, I want information. Either you or your mates kidnapped the brother of a prominent merchant in town. Tell me where you're hiding him, and give me your word that you'll stop troubling these people in these parts, and you can go free. Oh, bless you, sir, bless you. We've done the lad no harm. We've been keeping him in our hideout near Bovren. I'll describe the area nearby in detail so there's no mistaking it. Neat. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother with those. Okay. I think that deserves a quick save. And off we go. Attacking the hideout. No, didn't read. Sorry. I don't think you care, really. But not really a place for pole arms. Oh, I'm sure I could. Now I remember why I like having crossbows. Let's see. Okay, I can use this like a normal polearm. Oh! That was violent. Oh, cool. Weighted stones. That's not what I wanted to do. Man, if this kills me, I'm just going to install the game. Where's everybody? Archers, go here and spread out. Aha! Mirror! No, I'm a little dyslexic about that apparently. Oh. Smashed. Thank you, sir, for rescuing me from those fiends. Did my brother and Jelkala put you onto their track? Yes, I told them that I would find you. I advise you to return to your family as quickly as you can and be careful on the road. With their retreat cut off, the looters fall one by one to your determined attack. Their hideout and their ill-gotten gains as now yours. Is now? Okay, access. There's 23 and 16 garbage. Oh. Turns out that those are... Oh, that's right. It's like that. To kind of hunt through this. Yeah. Which room do I have? A lot. Basically, I'm going to take all the ones with the double digits. Best I can probably hope for. Yeah, that'll do it. It's fine. Soldiers are ready to upgrade. Off we go. Let's go back to the marketplace. Might as well get some more goods while I'm at it. Bread, fruit, cabbage, dried meat. I know it's a little overkill for just the amount of men I have, but whatever. Oh, what am I doing? Tavern. Well, my brother is home safe. I'm not sure what to do with him. Maybe pack him off to a university outside of Calradia. That way, if he gets knocked on in the head in a street brawl, no one can say it's my fault. If that's not your problem, here's the rest of your reward. It was well earned. The money is most welcome. I'm glad to be of service. Good. Now are you interested in making some more? Possibly. What do you need? Remember how I told you that the bandits had an ally inside the walls? I think I know who it is. The captain of the watch, no less. Some months ago, this captain, seeing the amount of profit we merchants were making from the trade across the frontiers, decided to borrow some money to sponsor a caravan. Unfortunately, like many who are new to commerce, he failed to realize that great profit only comes with great risk. So he sank all his money into the most expensive commodities, and of course his caravan was captured and looted, and he lost everything. As a consequence, it seems our captain turned to villainy to recoup his fortune. I supposed I'd do the same if, heavens forbid, I ever faced indebtedness and ruination. Now, any watch captain worth his salary will have a few thieves and robbers on his payroll to inform on the rest, but our captain decides to employ these bastards wholesale. He brings them into town, lets them do what they will, and takes a share of their take. You've heard of poachers turning gamekeepers? Well, in the unfortunate land of Calradia, it seems that gamekeepers will turn poacher. Luckily, there's still a few brave, honest souls in the Watch who've told me how he works. There's a lot more reading than I realized, blah blah blah. All I need now is someone to lead my little army into battle, and I can't think of anyone better than you, so what do you say? How do I know you're telling me the truth? Oh, well, I suppose it's possible. I found a dozen bandits who were willing to give their lives to give a passing stranger a false impression of life in old Jelkala. Well, I guess you can't really know if my word is good, but I reckon you've learned a bit by now my money is good. And there's another 100 denars, or maybe a bit more, that's waiting for you if you'll do me this last little favor. So what do you say? All right, I'll lead your men. Splendid! It's been a long time since I staked so much on a single throw of the dice, and frankly, I find it exhilarating. My men are ready to move on your word. Are you ready? Yes? Give them the sign. Good! Now strike hard, strike fast, and the captain and his henchmen won't know what hit them. May the heavens be with you. You leave the tavern and go to the streets. Nervous-looking young men are waiting in every street corner. You can see they have daggers and clubs concealed under their clothes, and catch a mixture of fear, anticipation, and pride in the quick looks they throw at you as you pass by. Praying that your enemies have not been alarmed by this all-too-obvious bunch of plotters, you check your weapons for one last time and prepare yourself for the action ahead. Continue. It's time up, lads. Nope. That's good. Oh dear. This is actually a first for me. You fall down with the last blow, unable to move and trying hard not to pass out. Soon the sounds of fighting filling the streets gives way to cheers of the townsmen, and you realize with relief that your side won the day. Soon friendly arms pick you up from the ground, and you let yourself drift off to a blissful sleep. Hours later, you wake up in the merchant's house. Okay. So I guess you can't really fail that, apparently. Ah, you're awake. You took quite a blow there. But good news, we defeated them. And you did them some real damage before you went down. If you hadn't been here, it could have gone very badly. I'm grateful to you. Unfortunately, about 8 of my lads got themselves wounded. I should go look at them. Ah, well, I guess I don't mind a blow taken in a good cause. Yes, yes. Now a couple of my boys have the watch captain pinned down in a back room with a knife at his throat. I'll need to go drag him before King Graveth and explain what this breach of peace is all about. You don't need to be a part of that, though. I'll tell you what. If all goes well, I'll meet you in the tavern again shortly and let you know how it all came out. If you don't see me in the tavern, but instead see my head on a spike over the city gate, I'll assume you know enough to stay out of town for a while and forget this whole episode ever happened. So hopefully we'll meet again. Okay. So I'm going to wait here for a day. It would go figure that first time I'm recording this, I get knocked out in the tutorial. So with that, I think that ought to do it for today. We've gotten all the starting stuff out of the way, and now the world of Calradia is our oyster. So until next time, y'all.